We all love drama, a good story time, and that's why influencers are making up fake stories about getting divorced, cheated on, and Keith Lee?
In case you're wondering why this celebrity is no longer popping up on your For You page, it's fucking after the most predatory industry in the world and was canceled for it. Now just
in today's video, we'll talk about fake story times and influencers lying to us to push advertisements. I hope you enjoy the video.
There are companies literally auditioning and hiring actors to portray lives on TikTok that you think are real, but are really just people given like scripts and scenarios.
At first, you probably think that this isn't a big deal. Influencers have been lying and not disclosing ads for a while now, especially in the beauty and makeup community. Kind of normal not to disclose that you're being paid to advertise a product. You see people using cheap and ugly contour and pretending that it's the best thing since sliced bread. But to me, pretending that you like a brand or that you like a product or you use this product all the time is completely different than making up a fake story to garner sympathy or empathy or try to make people happy when it never even happened and you're being paid to do it. It's like getting cheated on by your 5-year relationship versus getting cheated on by your 1-day situationship. The situationship is obviously worse.
You need help.
My point is that there's levels to how bad it is, okay?
Get some therapy.
Speaking of cheating, let's bring up this fake story of a woman pretending that she's gotten cheated on by some 40-year-old man. Didn't happen. At first, it doesn't seem like this is an ad. And I think that's a common theme that will run through this video, is that a lot of the ads, you can't really tell that they're ads unless you see them multiple times or somebody tells you. This is an ad because this woman says in her comment section, at least, or in her bio, that she'll only talk to you or only reply to you on this dating app. The ad is for a dating app. But most of the men in the comments don't see that or understand that. Instead, they keep trying to flirt with her.
Just some of the comments. I appreciate your approach, as it is unique. Only the wife of a king can be referred to as a queen. However, it seems that women today aspire to be treated as a queen without their husband as a king. Yes, you're very pretty. Hi. Holy smokes, Batman. Blushing emoji, heart eyes emoji, heart eyes emoji, heart eyes emoji, heart eyes emoji. Rose.
Please get your grandpa off of the internet. It's crazy. Somebody's grandpa that they know and love is on here flirting with a fake advertisement. But moving on to the more exciting and fake story time, you have this woman who pretends that she caught her husband cheating. By the way, I'm not going to show the entire story. It's like 3 minutes long, and I don't think you would want to sit through the entire story when you know that it's fake. It'd probably be better for the video if I pretended it was real, but it's fake. So I'm only going to show the important parts. That's why there's a lot of cuts in the video. I'm not taking her out of context. And I'm removing the ad name because you're not getting free money off of me, buddy. You're not getting free promo. Not today.
I was about to have the wedding of my dreams with what I thought was the man of my dreams, except he was totally fraudulent. He wasn't in love with me, he was in love with himself. This girl said in her DM that she didn't know that he was engaged, although she did. She did. My battle is not with her, though. It is with him, although morally I do have some questions. There were screenshots of text messages pretty much laying out exactly what had happened. And even in those text messages, it did read that, like, this was his last hurrah of freedom, which is why I don't like bachelor and bachelorette trips. I didn't even have one because I find it ridiculous. If you need a last hurrah, if you need a last couple days of freedom, a last night of freedom, why are you getting married? And they agreed in these text messages that I would never find out. So clearly she knew that he was engaged and that there was a woman who could possibly find out. But I'm just glad that she told me.
And this is where the story starts to fall apart for me, because you're going to say you're not mad at the other woman at all. Like, you're not going to yell or say any names. You're just glad she gave you the evidence. Really? When she knew about your marriage? And then why did she decide to betray him and go to you? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, there's no motivation for her to do that. If you wanted to have a good set of fiction, you should have just hired someone from AO3. Gave them like $30 to $40. This is not it. This is bad. I would bet a lot of money this is ChatGPT slop. Okay.
To be honest, I was hurt seeing these messages, but I was more so just angry because the way that this man had deceived me was just insane. Like, I would have never thought he would do something like this. And it's not lost on me that if he was cheating on me, like, days, hours before our wedding, he was cheating on me a lot more than just this, right? And would continue to do that. Continue. So I showed my best friend, she was my maid of honor. She thought we were about to skip and run. And I'm like, no, girl, let's get my dress. Let's get my dress. And that's when we came up with a plan for revenge. If you thought I was going to sit back and cry and just, be distraught, no. Revenge was on the table. This man showed up to our wedding looking like he walked out of GQ magazine. He's standing at the end of the aisle watching me walk down. He's shedding tears. And it's honestly like crazy that he could be this fake, like he wasn't just with a whole nother woman all weekend. We get down to the end of the aisle. He's telling me his vows, and like, they're amazing vows. They're just lies. And it comes time for me to express to him. And that's when I'm like, you know what? I don't have the words to tell you, so I'd rather just show you. And we had a projector screen up there to like project like photos of us and stuff. So no, we projected some photos all right. And I think you know exactly where this is going. Every photo he took with that woman on his bachelor trip was now playing in a carousel, along with the text messages they had sent each other about me not finding out. I looked at my fiance and I told him that I never wanted to see him again, that he was a pathological liar and that I didn't even know who he was. His family is like shocked and in tears, which, you know, they deserve to know. My family is about to hoorah and honestly like can't pick their jaws up off of the fucking floor. I tell all of our guests, you know what, food's already paid for, bar is already paid for, we're about to go celebrate. And I told my fiance, not him though, he needs to get the out and never speak to me again. And the thing is now, he's angry. This man is really angry because I actually realized that I had a message from his best man, which was his best friend that day, saying he wanted to talk to me because he wanted to let me know what had happened. So I decided our honeymoon's already paid for.
And then after that, she subtly drops the brand name and then continues on with the fake story about how the ex-husband is trying to sue her for defamation, and then he's trying to sue the girl who gave her the screenshots of the fake conversation. It's a whole thing, but it doesn't even make sense, and it all falls apart because nobody would sue over defamation. Like, that's not what the law means. Everybody knows that's not what it means. It'd be stupid. It's just unthought. It's like after they got to the ad part where they dropped the brand name, they're like, okay, just wrap this up. ChatGPT, wrap this up. Get us out of here. These advertisements are really subtle. You don't know that the story is fake, or you don't know that this influencer is a fake person. And the reason that it works is, one, because you hear it so many times from so many different influencers, and then it sparks a curiosity in you, and you're like, what is this? I'm going to go look it up. The story is just a vehicle to get the brand name. And you might think, like, why don't you know that this is an advertisement? Why don't you know that you're being advertised to? And I'll get to that in a second. But it's the same reason that I'm not showing this person's or this person's name. They're not a real person. If I had to guess, this is probably a paid actor or somebody who works with the HR firm who's doing these little story times just to promote the product. And the entire page is dedicated to pushing this product. And it's the same with other people who their life stories aren't even real. In one video, she has a husband. In one video, she's getting divorced. And
I woke up to a "Hey girly" DM this morning from an old sorority sister, and if you had to guess, we weren't really friends in the normal sense. But she wanted to let me know that she saw my husband having lunch with another woman. Yeah. I looked at my fiance and I told him that I never wanted to see him again.
And this other content creator who it was a similar thing where her whole entire page is dedicated to promoting this. One story, she has a husband. One time she's single. One time her friend is dating this guy. That next he's not. It's just...
So it's been 5 years, so I can talk about this now. I've had some therapy and time to process. But I caught my ex-husband having an affair with my best friend. My boyfriend and I might be getting banned from Airbnb.
You know, it's all fake story times, and nobody's going to go and bother and check, and it gets back to what I was talking about. But I'll show you what I mean just to prove to you that there are fake influencers on the app. I'll get back to that after this.
There are companies literally auditioning and hiring actors to portray lives on TikTok that you think are real, but are really just people given like scripts and scenarios to perform, put online for these companies. So basically, everything you're seeing, it could be a lie. I auditioned for one a while back. It was an experiment, a social experiment they said they were doing. They give you like a different name and be like multiple people in this situation. So they're hiring other actors who are going to interact with this character. It was going to be basically like a whole universe, but it was all fake. It was all interconnected and fake. It's like you could not tell anyone in your life that that was you. You had to like deny it. If people are like, aren't you like, but no, you gotta deny it. So if there's like something on TikTok or someone that you see, they're like, this cannot be real. It really could be fake.
So this is a genuine question for my affiliates because I've made up stories to make sales, but I don't feel like it's unethical because I've never come at it with the way of like, oh, you know, I'm a medical professional or like I'm a nursing student or whatever. And I know a lot of people have done that. I think that's kind of a gray line. I definitely think that's a little bit unethical. But for me, it's like, where do we separate what's real and then like what's not? Like when you see a commercial for like Prozac or medicine, you guys understand that those aren't real people. Those are actors, right? But a lot of the times people think that commercials are real, right? Same thing with like straight interviews or like commercials where they're interviewing people. Again, those aren't real people. Those are actors. And so it's like, where do you as an affiliate kind of separate the line of like, you know, telling a story to sell a product versus only being like real and honest about the product you sell? Because I feel like for me, being an affiliate is different than being an influencer. Like this right here, everything I talk about here is completely real. Like this is me, Sebastian Bedenker, 100% telling you my life. But then when I'm an affiliate and I'm posting on like my shop accounts, it's like, yeah, I'll say that I had this like crazy story happen at the coffee shop and this girl like hit on me because I was wearing a cologne. But for me, I don't feel like that's unethical. I don't see that as different than like a commercial, right? Or like a staged video with actors. That's just my opinion. I mean, I guess you could see why it's kind of unethical if like people aren't able to tell it's a skit or something, but
that's part of the reason is that we're not the stars anymore on TikTok, at least, is the algorithm is the star. So you can just pay someone to make up fake stories and nobody will ever question it. No one will ever look and see if it's true or if this person contradicts each other. The algorithm is the star, not the influencer, not the creator. So people just scroll, see your story time. Oh, that's interesting. They scroll next. And then a day later, they might hear the same brand and they slowly get accustomed to hearing the brand. And then maybe one day they'll look up what it is. And then that's how they'll get you to buy. But nobody's going to go and check because influencers are so forgettable nowadays, and because the algorithm is the star, you know, you might hear a story but you might not a face to it. So these fake influencers get on here and repeat like 5 different stories that contradict each other, and people, even the same people, see each and every one, but they don't attach it as the same person saying the story. It's kind of insane. Which leads us to the woman who's lying about Keith Lee, or like using a spooky conspiracy theory to like push her detox brand. This woman has done 4 different videos on Keith Lee and says something different each entire time. And nobody, like, it got like 5 million views or like 100,000 views, and some of the comments are pointing it out, but they still get a lot of views. Like as soon as I see this lady on my screen, I'm scrolling, like I'm not paying attention to you. But people do because the hook is so inspiring. Why is Keith Lee canceled? Ooh, I want the drama. Ooh, I want the tea. Ooh, this is exciting. What did he do? Oh, you're using that to push a stupid fake detox ad? I know, I'm good.
In case you're wondering why this celebrity is no longer popping up on your For You page, this fucker went after the most predatory industry in the world and was canceled for it. Now just watch this used to treat all their ailments was oil of oregano. I don't think that's true.
People are telling her in the comments to get a job. And it's not even true. Like if you go to Keith Lee's profile picture, he has like millions of views. He hasn't been canceled. And then it's like this fake shadow group is canceling Keith Lee, a random TikTok food reviewer, because he said that a place's food was bad. And the only way that you can stop this is buying my detox product. So stupid, but it works. Because I know that it works because people are copying her and people are copying her story. And I know that it works because she keeps doing it.
In case you were wondering why Kevin Lee is no longer popping up on your For You page.
Kevin, who's Kevin?
You ever wonder why this celebrity went missing from your For You page?
So she's obviously selling products off of this fake conspiracy theory. It's so stupid. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Click here for the next one. Have a great day. Peace.